Now, there's a new name on me, possibly a new name to you as well. The lady's name is Caroline Polachek, and that is a song called Welcome to My Island. Welcome to my little island here up at the studios in Nottingham Hospital Radio. We're playing that for a very special reason, which we'll find out very, very shortly. But let me introduce my guest. That we've got in this hour. It's his return visit, really, to the Nottingham Hospital Radio studios. We're talking about Niche Artefact, and also because it's Pride Month, we can talk about Pride as well. My very special guest this morning is Robin Da Silva. Good morning, Robin.
Hello, Kev. Very nice to see you again. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you in the studio. It really is, because we've got such a lot to talk about as well. Now then, before we talk about Niche Artefact and Pride, I'd ask everybody to choose the songs, and it's always an education. So that song you chose, Caroline Polachek, tell us a little bit about Caroline and that song and what the connection is.
Yes, so the track is called Welcome to My Island. Caroline Polachek is a very different and experimental kind of artist. She does a lot of surrealism things, which links into the theme of our next Niche Artefact Artist Showcase, which will be centered around the journey to surrealism. So with the music today, you will be getting a preview of some of the songs that the performers will be performing. So that's going to be one of the group numbers for our show.
Brilliant. The show, the Niche Artefact show, is called NOCTURNA, and it's all being held at the Revolution de Cuba on Thursday, the 26th of June. It's a very classy venue, isn't it, for a very classy show?
Oh, yes, very high ceilings. We love that. Very beautiful building. And just for those who don't know, so Niche Artefact is a non-profit community group where we champion the local talent of Nottingham, whether that's poets, stage performers, painters. We're here to support and create a platform for the local Nottingham community.
So we'll talk a little bit more about Nocturna and Niche Artefact and Pride as we go through this hour. But since you were last here, tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, wow. We're so busy with rehearsals. I mean, we had to keep the secret that we were showcasing on the main stage of Pride this year. So, I nearly had to threaten to kill you by telling you last time. But, so we've been rehearsing every week for that. We've got the Niche Artefact showcase for Nocturna coming up. So it's just been chock-a-block with rehearsals and, just getting very excited. And
what with work as well, because you've started at the Arts Theatre as well. So
and the Arts Theatre has been an amazing platform for us to rehearse to. They've been so gracious and kind to donate space for us to rehearse. So we're eternally grateful for the Arts Theatre for showing up for the community.
Now then, last time you were on, we spoke at length about Niche Artefact. I'm sure that we've got a few new listeners who might not know what Niche Artefact is. Just give us a potted history of how Niche Artefact came about and what it does in the community in Nottingham.
Yeah, of course. So Niche Artefact started in 2003 in September. It was birthed at a little cocktail bar in Hockley that's unfortunately no longer trading. But we saw a gap in the community, how there wasn't really a space for local artists to really shine and be appreciated and have a place to be supported. So it just happened very organically, very naturally, where I was talking to the local people of Nottingham, and it just grew very organically. And we've been going for coming up to 2 year. Our 2 year anniversary is coming up in September, and we've got some very special plans for that. We're just very organic, very natural.
Now, in that time, it's been recognised, Niche Artefact, and Niche Artefact has been nominated for a BBC Make a Difference award as well for this year. Tell us about that.
So obviously just the fact that we're nominated already feels like a win. I think the ceremony is in September, so the first award that the Niche Artefact has ever been nominated for, so I honestly feel like a winner just being nominated. I know that's a very miscongeniality thing to say, but it's so true. So if we win, then obviously I'll be over the moon, and we can say that Niche Artefact is an award-winning community group, which is just incredible.
It's in the Make a Difference award category in there, and from what I've discovered since you first came in, I've sort of found out sort of what a difference this has made to the community, and not just the LGBTQ community as well, because I mean, it's open to everyone anyway, isn't it?
Yes, and I've always been a big advocate of it's not only the LGBTQIA plus community, but I'm a big champion of the allies. I think sometimes they don't get praised enough. So with Niche Artefact, we have so many people that technically aren't in that category of the community, but they are champions for us, and I think that is important to be celebrated.
And we are in Pride Month, of course. Which it's always
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Exactly. What sort of not bugs me, but when they say Pride Month, does that mean we only celebrate Pride and gay for 12? For 1 month out of 12? It's a bit ridiculous.
No, I always say every day is Pride Month,
Yeah.
so it should be that way, of course.
Exactly, absolutely.
But I think, not to get political for a second, but I've noticed a trend lately with a lot of organisations, and including Nottingham's own Pride, to choose to exclude to have political parties as officially a part of it, because I feel like at the current climate of the politics scene at the moment, we feel very let down as a community. So I'm very glad and I'm very proud that people are making a stand against that kind of thing, and to not just have everyone just invited to the party just so they can make some money, or we want allies and people who are going to be here for us all the days of the year, not just for Pride.
Absolutely, and I know that and again, I'm not a political person, but I know that with the recent elections and the results of that, and some of the ideas that have come out of that.
Or even on social media, when you see these videos of Starmer, for example, marching in the Pride marches and all that, and then, why are these people not held accountable for all the things when they're in power? So it's important that, it is talked about. Pride is a protest at the end of the day. And I think people need to remember that. It's not about glossy commercialism. It's about the rights and human rights of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Absolutely, and there's no better way to do it than have a massive celebration in Nottingham, which we'll talk about a little bit later on when we get on to Pride. Now, each Niche Artefact event, as we said before, it has a special theme. It's Nocturna this time, so tell us about that particular theme. What does Nocturna... I can imagine Nocturna is sort of after dark, and all that sort of stuff. But tell us, first of all, how you came up with the name of it and what it represents this time round.
So the name Nocturna, basically, if you look into the definition of it, it means like nighttime, like a dreamy nighttime kind of situation. So surrealism obviously is birthed from the mad dreams of people, from artists in the past. So with every Niche Artefact theme, we try and do a complete 360 on the themes. So the previous one was Secrets of the Molly House, so there was 18th century London theme. So we like to do complete 360 every time to really keep people guessing about what the next theme is. And that's what makes Niche Artefact so special, is that it's a bespoke one-off event, and if you miss it, then it's gone, And I think that's magic. It makes it so much more special, with especially the amount of care that we put together into producing the show for the local artists to have their work exhibited, and it's just incredible.
And I shall back that if you do miss it, it's gone forever. I couldn't get to the last one. I couldn't, and looking at the pictures afterwards, you kick yourself because I wish I'd have been there.
Yeah, but there's always the next one.
There's always this next one, which I'm going to have to check my diary because this looks amazing.
Yes, the 26th of June this month at Revolution de Cuba.
Yeah, and it's a Thursday night as well, so you've not got anything to do on a Thursday night, have you? So pop along and see. Anyway, we'll talk more about that very shortly. Because you mentioned the drag pageant, tell us a little bit about the drag pageant.
Yes, so the drag pageant is organised by Liv Presents, which is a local legend drag queen in Nottingham, and they are doing the show at the Nottingham Arts Theatre on the 20th of June, so not long now.
Not long.
Yeah, and the tickets have been flying out. I think there's only a couple of seats left, so if you are interested into a phenomenal evening filled with incredible drag acts from all kinds of walks of life, then definitely check them out.
And, nowadays sort of drag can cover absolutely everything. We've seen RuPaul's Drag Race and everything, and the variety that you get in that. And I've met Liv, And she's amazing, so funny as well.
Yeah, the hairiest woman in show business.
Exactly. And the strange thing is, I've only met her once, but for some reason your eyes just gravitate to the chest for some strange...
Oh, it's a very luscious carpet.
Isn't it just? So that is going to be an amazing show. We keep trying to get Liv on here, but she's so busy all over the place.
Oh, yes. Liv is a very busy girl. She's she volunteers for the Nottingham Pride Committee, and she's doing shows all the time, and, you know, she's got it all going on.
Absolutely. As well as looking gorgeous as well into the thing. So now then, Niche Artifacts Nocturna. I've been to the shows before. They are so well organised.
Oh, bless you. Lots of running around behind the scenes, but I'm getting better.
So, well, I tell you what, it's absolutely faultless from my point of view. So what can people expect on the night from Nocturna?
Yes, so on the night, what you can expect is coming to a really gorgeous venue, which is Revolution de Cuba, on the upstairs bar that we use. You'll come in, and all the paintings that will be created bespoke from local Nottingham artists will be covered in red velvet. So we do a good job of like creating some anticipation, a bit of mystery. So you'll walk in and think, oh, something's going to happen here tonight, and oh boy, does it. You know, we've got some incredible group numbers from our performers. We've got a trio of incredible drag queens, Carry On Love, Priscilla Shona Krakow, and Danny Magic. We've got some incredible vocalists, Serena Eden. We've got Ro de la Monja. We've got also aerialist burlesque act with Milady Burlesque as well, and we've also got a rising star with a drag thing called Bobby Dazzler, which absolutely stole the show from the last one, and we are literally creating bespoke numbers that you're not going to be seeing every week, so it's your real chance to see something special for one night only.
Now then, let's talk about the art side of it, because as you say, it creates a real mystery when you've got those pieces of art covered up. And you just want to sort of have a quick look underneath, really, don't you?
No peeking.
Not that I ever have. Not that I ever have. So how does the art sort of come into the show? I mean, do you contact people who you know as artists and ask them to do something for it, or do they contact you? And how are they chosen? Because there's how many pieces are there this time? Because I know it varies.
Yes, so I think this time we might have around 15. We've got quite a large selection of artists. So for how it works is that Niche Artifact is split into kind of two moments. So we have the live stage show, and then we have the art exhibitions. So we've just been growing and curating a local community of artists over the last 2 years. So how it works is that we send out like a brief to the artists. We have got like a community group chat for Niche Artifact, and anybody, if it tickles someone's fancy and they think, oh yeah, definitely give that a go, then they will submit for that. And we are open to all artists submitting. If you go to our website, nicheartifact.co.uk, and click on how to get involved, you can see what you can do, how you can submit artwork, or if you want to help us as a non-profit organisation with donations, or donate your time or provide spaces. There are so many ways you can get involved and help.
It must be difficult sort of narrowing down what art you're going to show on the night. Whose decision is that? Is that
so yeah, that's my decision. But if I'm honest, we don't discriminate any artists at all. It's like if you want to submit a piece and it's to the brief, then we're going to include it. So you know, we're not here to gatekeep. We're here to really allow people to have an avenue and champion people. That's what we're all about. Now,
I know last time that you visited us, we talked about a sort of an area in town. Is that still going where the artwork is always on show?
Oh yes, so at the Hockley Emporium.
That's right.
Yes,
Hockley,
so Pelham Street in Hockley, there is the Hockley Emporium. So we do have like an art studio space there where our art has expanded into a couple of the retail rooms in there. So if you do want to see any artwork from previous exhibits that we've done, and also if you want to buy a piece and support a local artist, then head down to Hockley Emporium.
Now, I can't remember whether I asked you this last time, but do you paint? Do you sort of...
Yes, yeah, I do. Yeah, I love doing oil painting, and yeah, I do dabble.
Will we see any of the stuff at the Hockley Emporium from yourself?
Yes, I think there is one in there, and I'm also working on one for the next art exhibit as well, so you'll have a little something to look forward to.
Marvellous stuff. Nocturna. Where did the name come from? Because obviously you sit down and you think, well, yes, we're going to do this theme. But then you've got to have a name for it.
Oh, yes, and it's so important to have a snappy name. Yeah, you know, you've got to have a title that's a bit like, you know, snappy and gets people's attention. It was just you'd be surprised what you can achieve with a thesaurus, to be honest. So,
Right.
But yeah, I'm very proud of the names that we pick for all our shows. A lot of thought goes into the marketing and all the promo and the photo shoots that we do. We really do, I think, in my opinion, provide an incredible platform for our performers in terms of publicity and the level of polish that I offer as I've been a graphic designer before, so it's definitely skills that are coming in handy now.
Because I don't think there's anywhere in Nottingham that actually focuses on the LGBTQ artist, if you like.
No, definitely not. And we had Left Lion come cover our last Secrets of the Molly House, which was the last niche artifact. And I'm so incredibly heartwarming to be able to put a quote on that they said, which is that we're a powerhouse in the Nottingham arts queer scene, which is just like amazing to be able to, and also to you as well, to Kev Castle, who does incredible work for the community in providing platforms for us. You don't realise how important it is to hear the voices of the people, and you're doing an important thing, and I applaud you for that.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see sort of the amount of work that you do. It's turned into a self-appreciating loving here on Sunday. But I appreciate the amount of work and the amount of time that goes into putting on a show like that. Because sometimes I wonder how you sleep. Because you're here, there, and everywhere, and there's always so much to do. So
yes, there's so many aspects to trying to pull off a night like this. Whether it's logistically getting all the easels in and prep time, getting the performers to rehearse, checking up on all the artists to make sure there's actually art. Because at the end of the day, if the community don't show up for us, then we don't have anything to show. We don't have a show, we don't have art. So it's thanks to every single person that is the cog in the machine that is Niche Artifact. And
it's even down to little things like the timings, who's going to go on where and everything, so that there's that variety that runs through the night.
Yeah, and we've got a stage team. So we've got David Beer, Zoe Ellis, and they work very hard on being part of the presenting and the backstage team. And I've known to step in to do the sound sometimes. So it takes a village.
Absolutely. Does David still work at the library?
Yes, actually, yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, David Beer works at the library and just recently got a promotion, so congratulations, David.
Oh, brilliant. So there you go, hard work, you see. Right, let's play another piece of music. That is so good. It's called The Queen of the Night, and it's taken from Mozart's The Magic Flute. We play so many different styles of music here on Sunday, but thanks to Robin this morning for choosing that. It's one of the pieces that's going to be performed at Nocturna, the Revolution to Cuba, Thursday the 26th of June, as part of Niche Artifacts night called Nocturna, and that I can see the connection, because Nocturna, night, Queen of the Night, and you've got such a queen performing that in Serena. Tell us a little bit about Serena, because she has got an incredible voice.
Oh yes, so Serena Eden, she's been with us for about a year and a half now. So she's one of the artists that we've been encouraging and developing. Absolutely, I'm just lost for words every time Serena comes to rehearsals and she's belting out a song like that. It's like, you don't try to sing that song if you can't sing. No. But, it's so effortless, and it's been really wonderful to watch Serena grow in confidence. And, I can't wait for her to be performing on the main stage of Pride, and as well as the next Nocturna Niche Artifact.
Brilliant. So, and I've known Serena for a few years now, and she is so bubbly. There's so much talent there. And all mixed up in that wonderful voice that she has as well.
She's so young. She's got, I think, if she keeps going on how she's going, she's going to have an incredible creative life ahead of her.
Absolutely. And she can sing so many different types of music as well. 'Cause, I think the last one that I saw, there was sort of 30s, 40s torch songs in there.
Yes.
And everything. And
I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire.
Gorgeous. So go along and see Serena and everyone else. Now then, let's talk a little bit about the NOTS LGBT. I sort of always get this little bit wrong. So it's LGBTQI+. Am I right in that?
Yes, that's right. I suppose there's so many ways to it. I say LGBTQIA+, just because I know the I is for intersex, and I know that that's a community that's not often represented.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So the network is called LGBT Network, I think that's the name of the organisation.
And they turned 50.
Yes,
did they?
yeah.
This year.
Yeah, they just had their 50th anniversary.
So, was there a particular way that they celebrated? Have they celebrated it yet? Because
yes, I think they've got some events coming up. So they do a lot of fundraising at the moment. But yeah, no, they're a fantastic organisation. They've been around for ages, so definitely support the LGBT network. Incredible.
I think, unless you sort of look for these events as well, they go under the radar a little bit. We get sort of the main news, and we get a lot of bad news at the moment. It's not just in Nottingham, all over the world. But when it's something like that to actually celebrate, and it is something to celebrate, it just seems to get lost in everything, sort of in the news and everything. Doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they are having some events coming up at Pitcher and Piano, and it's definitely hard these days for marketing in general. You know, you're being bombarded every 5 minutes. Our attention spans are diminishing. You know, it's really hard. So even with our own marketing, like I've been going at it for about nearly 2 years, and it's a real challenge. You really have to post incredible content and really give it all you got. You can't be half-assed these days.
And I think that's the one good thing about social media, isn't it? You can get it out there, and anybody who's got access to social media basically can see what's happening. And I know that Niche Artefact are really, really good, and that's thanks to you, at getting the word out there, getting sort of the news of what's happening and everything.
The real secret, I think, is the built-in audience. So we've got all our community of artists. So then, they have friends and family.
Yeah.
So, they should be coming to support the shows. And, there's just, when you got a lot of people involved in a proper big community, it's we are blessed in the fact that we do have a lot of champions for us.
And also, once you've been to one of these shows, that's it. You just want to go and tell everybody else.
Yeah, because it's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
Did you go to this one? Did you go to that one? And, all the unique moments.
And unique is the word, because once you've been to see something that Niche Artefact put on, it is so different to anything else that's knocking about Nottingham, Derbyshire, however far you want to go. So do they have anything like that in Derbyshire and Leicestershire?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe one day we'll have an ambition of a Niche Artefact World Tour. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. Today, Nottingham. Next week, who knows? It could be global. So let's talk a little bit about Notts Pride, because I know that when you last came on, we couldn't say an awful lot about it, but it's nearly here,
yes,
isn't it?
I was sworn to secrecy. I was on your show, I was on the BBC Radio, I was talking to everybody in the press, and it just felt awful that I couldn't talk about it. But yes, so we had to keep that a secret. So we are doing a main stage showcase for Niche Artefacts with all our performers, and we're preparing a really, really special couple of numbers to really shut down that stage. We want to make our mark. This is our biggest audience ever, so everyone's been working incredibly hard, and we want to show Nottingham what we've got.
It's at the Sneinton Market again,
yes.
Which is a great venue because it's just so big, and it's out of the way enough, but not sort of right out of the way.
Definitely.
Just being sort of outside the city centre.
Yeah, so it's before it used to be in Hockley and then the Arboretum years ago.
Yeah.
But no, the new format is really great. And also, it's not going to cost you anything. So, come down and support your local Nottingham Pride. And we're going to be on the main stage at 2:15 doing a half an hour set. And yeah, come see what we're all about.
It was absolutely, last year I think was the first time that I'd been to Pride properly. And I absolutely loved it. There was so much going on. Everyone is so friendly as well. There's no trouble at all. You've not got the police sort of all the way around looking for troublemakers or anything like that. And it is so good. And the entertainment is cracking entertainment. Last year they had Nikki French. Didn't they, down there? And it's great because I've known Nikki for a few years, and she's been on the show 2 or 3 times, and it was brilliant because I don't know if I told you this story last time, but I always dine out on this. But she, at the end of her act from the stage, she gave me a shout out. She saw me in the audience and sort of waved to me, and then came over after, and we had a picture took. So my claim to fame, I suppose. But it's always a brilliant event, and something that I think everybody ought to just go along and just enjoy.
Yeah, and we will also be having a presence at the Groove Box at Binks Yard. So they will be doing a Pride celebration later on in the evening. So Ro de la Monja, one of our headlining acts, will be hosting the stages there and performing, and we're all going to be there for a good party afterwards, because I think we're going to earn it after performing at the main stage.
Yeah. Is Joel Corey?
Yes. Yeah.
DJ Joel Corey, who most people know from his dance.
Yeah, and I think anyone that's been to Groovebox or an event at Binks Yard, they really know what they're doing. They're really building the presence of Nottingham. And I think just in general, you mentioned that there's not much trouble or anything, and I think that's because Nottingham is a real metropolitan and forward-thinking city, which I think is something that everyone should be proud of, to be part of Nottingham. We are very good at driving the hate away and just letting people be.
Absolutely, and it's a safe place for everyone to be as well. There's loads of little pubs around there as well, which is fantastic. So you're on the stage, the Pride stage at was it 2:15?
Yeah,
you said?
It's 2:15 on the main stage Pride at Sneinton Market, and that's on the 26th of July.
26th of July. So what can again, same question as about Nocturna. What can we expect from Niche Artefacts' time on stage?
Okay, so what you can expect from us on stage is to see us use every inch of that stage, all the way up and all the way across.
Wow.
We've been rehearsing for the last month and a half to create something that when you watch it, it'll literally just blow your socks off, and it's going to be special. It's a bespoke mix for the opening number. And we've got Serena, we've got Priscilla Shona Krakow, Danny Magic, Ro de la Monja, and then we have a closing group number as well. But yeah, it's just, I can't give anything away. Even with rehearsals, we've not been able to post any pictures because I've been telling everyone, no spoilers. So it's tough holding all this excitement in, but it'll be worth it for the surprise at the end.
I tried, listeners. But even with the thumb screws, it just didn't work. But pop along and see it. Not surprised. 26th of July, isn't it? At Sneinton Market, and it's a massive stage as well. So when you say you cover all of it, there's going to be a lot going off down there anyway. So let's take another piece of music, because it's 20 to 11. We need to crack on. It's taken from the soundtrack of Everybody's Talking About Jamie, and that is Work of Art. And you'll be seeing plenty of works of art at Nocturna, which is the next show by Niche Artefact, which is being performed at the Revolution de Cuba Thursday, the 26th of June. In this hour, we've been chatting to Robin Da Silva, who's he's the boss man, basically, of Niche Artefact. Now, say you've chosen all the music on this. What do you listen to away from your work?
Oh God, I have such an eclectic music taste, but I would say I like some nice old school R&B. I feel like that was like a real moment in music history that you can't really see replicated anymore. And also just like some left field stuff like Caroline Polachek, Imogen Heap. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the left field stuff.
With sort of that in mind, how does it affect the music that is chosen for the shows that you did? Do you allow yourself to sort of have your personal choices influence the music that we see on stage?
Oh, yes, of course. So how it'll work is that each performer will come forward with in rehearsals and then we'll decide what songs work and what songs don't work for the greater good of the show. So all the performers will come to us with their ideas, audition them, and then we kind of construct the show that way. So I'll usually have a couple of songs that I know will be bookmarks for the show, and then we fill in the rest with everyone else.
Now, this depends on whether you're brave enough to tell us the answer to this. What was the first record that you ever bought?
First record that I ever bought? Oh, Lord. I wouldn't be embarrassed because she is a queen and a complete goddess. I would say the first record I ever bought was from Kylie Minogue.
Absolute stunner. So, was it sort of the very early ones, or was it? Which period Kylie was it?
This was probably Kylie in, I'd say, 2007. So this was her X era when she just recovered from cancer. But I'd say my first musical memory experience, which is probably just as appropriate, was recording the Spice Girls off of a radio on a cassette tape. That's my earliest musical memory.
You see, I used to do that years and years ago. Plenty of years, actually, before the Spice Girls. So the trick is, getting it sort of to cut out the presenter, the DJ thing, isn't it? So that you got the full song.
Yeah.
So, did you become an expert at that? Because with the Spice Girls, it's very difficult sometimes to talk over the front of it because they did start sort of straight in there. So how much professional did you get in of recording it off the radio?
Oh no, it was very much like I was just a kid messing about, and
right.
And I really loved the Spice Girls, and I thought, I like this. I want to record this.
All right, another one here, which I don't know whether you'll tell us the true answer to. If you were a Spice Girl, which one would you be?
Oh, if I was a Spice Girl, I would be Baby Spice. She's my favourite.
She's the cutest.
She is, yes.
So.
I love Emma Bunton. Yeah, she's gorgeous. But I got a love for all of them. So I'm sure Spice Girls was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods in the 90s. And definitely, there's a lot there.
What's the most embarrassing piece of music that you've got in your collection?
Oh, embarrassing piece of music. I don't know. Maybe like Cheeky Girls. Maybe guilty pleasure.
Right. Oh, well, why not? They were a good pop duo in the day.
Oh yeah, they were very fun, very different.
Absolutely. So, will there ever be a time with Niche Artefact that we see you take to the stage?
Oh, you never know. There is stuff that I'm working on, but we're not really in a position to talk about it yet. But no, that's definitely something that could be seen in the future. For those who have been around Nottingham long enough, know that. About 12 years ago, I used to be part of a drag group called Les Follies Showgirls.
Yeah.
Marilyn Sane, I don't know if you recognise the name.
The name rings a bell.
So quite a big queen on the scene as well. She used to be part of that. And that's like ancient history now, but who knows? Maybe something will come from that again.
Wow, this is something that we might look forward to in the future.
NHR exclusive.
Well, there you go. Which with this also being recorded, you see, when it does happen, we can then go back to it and say this is where it all sort of re-emerged.
Yeah.
If you like. So what was your name when you was in the?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. You'll have to wait and find out.
Will it be anywhere on the internet?
Oh, yes, it will probably be on socials when the time comes. Something will be posted. It will be all on the socials and marketing.
You see, I try and get the information, but he's just too damn good at keeping secrets. He is. So, but maybe one sometime in the future. So, we have been talking about Nocturna all the way through the show. Where can people get tickets to come and see the show?
Yes, so we do tickets on the door, so you can get cash and card. I know controversial these days, a place that takes cash. But yeah, we do cash, card on the door, or you can get your tickets from Gigantic. So if you go to nicheartefact.co.uk, all the links will be on there. Or if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, everything will be on there for you. So just, look us up anywhere and you'll be able to find the links for the tickets.
Don't you just hate it when people just don't take cash anymore?
I know. No, we don't discriminate. We accept cash on the door as well.
I know my barbers, they only take sort of cash transfers and everything. So this is why I look like this. Because I haven't been to the bank to get a tenner out to get my hair cut. So, which is a great thing for radio because you can't tell I've got a perfect haircut. But if you're not and you're watching, you'll know just how ridiculous I look this morning. So
far from it.
So you're too kind, Robin. So it's Nocturna. It's the Revolution to Cuba, Thursday, the 26th of June. How much are the tickets, by the way?
I think they're £12 a ticket.
Cheap at half the price, which means that you can go and buy two then and take a friend along and convert them to the wonder that is Niche Artefact. So that's Nocturna, Thursday the 26th of June. And just remind us of the date for Pride as well, when we can see you on the stage.
Yes, so on Pride we'll be on the main stage on the 26th of July, and that will be free entry as it is for Pride. You just come down and enjoy the show with us.
Brilliant. Just enjoy it. It's a fantastic afternoon as well. So just before we let you go, we mentioned that you work at the Arts Theatre as well. What's at the Arts Theatre for us to go and see coming up in the future? Apart from, tell us about the drag thing again.
Yeah. So the drag pageant on the 20th, which is very soon. It's going to be an incredible night full of drag, amazing drag performers, like combating live on stage, just like a RuPaul's Drag Race. It'll be like a live situation where you see all the action happening on stage. And no, they've got some incredible acts. You know, they've got some amazing stand-up comedians. They've got some great shows, so definitely check out the Nottingham Arts Theatre shows. It's definitely worth supporting what they do.
And you can find out more on the Nottingham Arts Theatre website as well. The final song that we're going to play in this hour is the wonderful Grace Jones.
Oh, what a way to end.
Oh, I've seen that face before, and once seen Grace Jones' face, you will never forget it. Why and how does this fit into the night?
This fits into Niche Artefact in general because this was the song that actually sparked the birth of Niche Artefact. This was the source of all our inspiration, Ms. Grace Jones.
And she is absolutely incredible. We had the bass player from Grace Jones' band on the show
wow.
years ago, and such amazing talent, and she's got such a great sense of humour.
Oh yes,
as well. It completely encapsulates what Niche Artefact is all about: a great sense of humour, style, class, and great entertainment as well. So, Robbie, thank you so much for coming in.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Kev.
What have you got lined up for the rest of your Sunday?
So today, just taking it easy, and then we've got rehearsals coming up next week. So yeah, we're all gearing up and ready for the show.
Marvellous stuff. So only one thing to do now. We will play out with this song. This is Grace Jones, and I've seen that face before.